Hello and welcome to 90-Second Equities. 2 weeks ago, we caught up with Jonathan Toub on the eve of his trip to the biodiversity-focused COP16 in Cali, Colombia. For this edition, I've managed to grab him on his recent return back to the UK. Jonathan, we are very keen to hear about your experience. Can you please share some of the key takeaways from your time in Colombia, especially from your perspective as a natural capital equity investor? The floor is yours, Jonathan. You've got 90 seconds. Watch that clock.
Hi, Ama. Well, I'm not sure how I can do justice to my experience in just 90 seconds, but I'll give it a try. Cali, which is Colombia's third largest city, was a really fascinating place to hold a COP. The warm welcome of the locals, including the many indigenous people amongst the more than 20,000 delegates attending, made up for the logistical difficulty in getting to and also around the city. The positivity that I experienced being part of the Aviva delegation really reinforced my belief in what we're trying to do here. From our policy experts representing private finance in their interactions with the GBF negotiators, to our many discussions around the mobilizing of private finance in this fight to preserve and reverse the destruction of nature. And whilst I'm still digesting the trip, I guess I've come away with three initial thoughts. The first is that I have an even greater appreciation of the scale of the existential threat we face from the degradation of our natural ecosystems. We have to act now. There's no minute to lose. Secondly, with national delegations still wrangling over who's to cover the $200 billion per annum shortfall in required investment to tackle the issue, it's even clearer in my mind that the private sector will need to do the majority of the heavy lifting. And finally, amongst the numerous conversations going on around this financing, the contribution of equity capital is barely being discussed just now, which highlights to me just how much of an opportunity there is in this space in the coming years.
Thank you ever so much, Jonathan. And I know that you and the rest of the team will be giving out more reflections of your time there, as well as outcomes of the event. So we'll be sure to look out for this in the coming weeks. Please join us again in 2 weeks' time for the next episode of 90 Second Equities.